when I was in the military, right? You know, I had my little sexual revolution. You know what I mean? Trying to prove a point. But one day,
Sexual revolution. What you mean? You did it on the merry-go-round? I don't
hey,
understand.
I wasn't such a kid.
Someone fetch me my apron. I feel good. I feel good.
To what Truth is saying, I do believe that every single woman that has a child for her own specific reason, that reason is not every time based on the man's financial resources or lack thereof, not based on his education, not based on him being married, not based on anything, except for the fact that she may want to have a child. There's some women that, they've tried to LeVar Ball it. LeVar Ball, where he said he picked his wife based on, based on her height and everything, because he wanted to create the master race of ball players. 3 sons in the NBA, right? He tried to LeVar Ball it. There's ladies, flowers, that try to LeVar Ball it. Oh, she want a kid with that good hair. So I do have to say, just to provide reference to the discussion, it does happen. It does happen. But go ahead. Jump back in, man. I wanted to just give that context.
Yeah, because obviously we already know I have 2 children by 2 other children's moms, and they kept the child. And my daughter's mom was pregnant during the time I was in another relationship with my son's mom. She didn't abort the child because, see, it wasn't about staying with me. It was about the baby, and that was something that she's not into. She didn't believe in abortion. She wanted my child regardless whether we was going to be together or not. She wanted the baby. That shows the level of her demeanor and her idealism towards having children, and whether the baby's life is sacred. Because she knew, and that's the reason why she told me. She knew how I feel about children. She used that instant to try to hurt me. And after I found out that, guess what? I didn't lock up with her after that. And she was mad. But I told her, I was like, you shouldn't have killed my baby. I don't care what it is. I'm always going to be a man that takes care of his children. That's law for me. You shouldn't have done that. So that's how I feel on those 2 ends. It's always the man's responsibility for his child. That's how I look at it, because that's my baby. That's how I look at it. But the power is in the woman's hands in this world.
Mm-hmm. Listen, y'all. I know sometimes my man Truth, he might have rubbed some of the flowers the wrong way. I want y'all to understand, though, in terms of life, the yin and yang of life, there's a balance that comes. There's a balance that comes. And a lot of times, the ideal of the man that you state you really want is inside of a man like Truth that speaks in absolutes. Okay? Speaks in absolutes, speaks with a higher degree of strength. So to a certain degree, some people are like, this guy. Listen to him. Because a lot of times, the dream man that y'all put together sometimes, the dream heart of a man comes not in the man that you expect to look a certain way or be a certain way. That dream or ideal heart that you have may be in a man like Truth. It's always something to think about, because that means he's not going to let his fall to the wayside. He's not. Other people are trying to run. He's not. So that's something to think about. What you think about that, Vic, before I go back to the other question, the spicy one? What you think?
Right. This for 100 watts. So when I was in the military, right? I had my little sexual revolution. You know what I mean? trying to prove a point. But one day,
Sexual revolution. What you mean? You did it on the merry-go-round? I don't
hey, I wasn't such a good guy.
know what I mean.
Hey, but look, I'm getting my laundry done, right? I go back to get I put them in the dryer, right? So I go back to get my joint. Guess who's there? Somebody who looked like Jada Pinkett back in the Set It Off days. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, whoa, bruh, I need that one. I got to. Ain't no fear. I gotta have it. That's my look. Boom. Went, grabbed her little laundry, whatnot, chopped it up with her. Long story short. Cool. She was with it. Gave me the number, everything. Cool. We kick it for a while. She's like, yo, I'm in a situation. Can I? I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's good. Come on. She lived with me. Showing me a good time, bro. Like, she's a real complete woman. Clean up. I come to the crib, pull my boots off. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a great time right now. She like, that's why I always say it's the onus for sexual prophylactics. That onus is on a woman, because a responsible man will at least ask a woman, are you on birth control? What's your situation? How you moving? You know what I'm saying? And generally it's the woman who gives the cues. Oh, I'm allergic to prophylactics, whatever little excuse they want to make for you to go ahead and go in there raw.
Yo.
Talk to me.
Have you ever seen any of the movies, the Marvel movies with Thor, right? You remember Idris Elba's character? Where he stood there with the sword? He was the man that guarded the portal to the other region, to the netherworld, right?
Okay.
I believe that because I believe inside, and my ideals could change, I'm good for debate. But when I look at myself, I believe that the person who's carrying, like if I'm out and about, I got groceries, got the cell phone, pushing a cart, I got the baby. If anything happens, I drop everything else. I'm guarding the baby.
Right.
That is the future. So when I look to it, the person guarding the baby, guarding the sacred altar, guarding the womb, the chasm of life, the cavity of life, I believe that person definitely bears a responsibility for who they allow to feast at that altar. I'm just saying, So when you're saying that, I think it's the person that actually holds, you control that sanctuary. You carry that sanctuary with you, which means that you're responsible for who you allow into the sanctuary.
Someone fetch me my apron. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Someone